Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We are at our final discussion this morning, and as we mentioned, it's all about Tapas Night at Fort George. We consider it your new weekly escape, and we have here with us again Shauna Arnold. She's the marketing executive, but also with me is Luis Diego. He is the chef executive, and Efren Alvarez, food and beverage manager. Guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And also having us here too.
Yes.
All right, well, we have some stuff here on display. Let's talk about Tapas Night. What is Tapas Night?
Okay, so like we talked about, it's all about the Fort George experience, and one of those experiences is in our courtyard. So we've recently started having a series of events in our courtyard. One of those events is our signature wine and tapas event. What that looks like, it's an evening of wine, tapas, live music. We have our sommelier that will be here. So it looks like a range of going through 5 different tapas with 5 different wine options that were perfectly crafted together. And I'll have the chef tell us a little bit more about that. But that is essentially what it is.
Yeah.
We have it scheduled monthly. Our next event is scheduled for tomorrow from 6 to 9 p.m. in our courtyard, June 27th. So people can come out for an evening after work to relax, to drink some wine, to try some signature tapas made by our chef, and really just enjoy themselves.
I think we can't continue the conversation without first getting a definition for tapas.
Of course.
Right? Some people may be familiar with what tapas is, but Sabrina may admit that she's not familiar with it, and
we don't know how.
and I might admit the same, right? So what is tapas, chef?
Good morning. Well, tapas is basically like finger food, right? Small portion that you just taste the food and measure with, in this case, with wines, right?
Yeah.
So what goes into your menu?
Okay, in this case, we try to have like international techniques with our local ingredients in Belize, right?
Yeah.
That's why, how you can see, we will have the mohab mara, which is like a pepper dip from Morocco, but in this case we will be use fried yaks, right? Usually you use with you eat with the pita bread, but in this case we will have a fried yak.
Yeah.
That's why I have like the Belizean twist, right?
Yes.
And
I love that. That's so cool already. Just I can't even pronounce the name of the dip that you just identified, but I do want to get Efren in the conversation as food and beverage manager. What's the collaboration like with the chef to ensure that there's that Belizean experience, but still something that offers, I guess, of a newness to whoever comes in and visits?
Yes, good morning for everyone. Yeah, the main idea burned because we are trying to get a new concept in the city with the wine and tapas, okay? My collaboration with the chef is the guests have the best experience and try to identify a new items in the menu that we can provide new experience. For example, each tapa is matched with each wine. For example, we can say the first tapa will come with the rosé, second one Pinot Grillo, third will be Pinot Noir, fourth will be with the Tempranillo Senior, okay? And maybe some of the names of the grapes are different, because at the end of the day, some people doesn't understand much about the wines, but that we want to bring these people here and they try the full experience that will be for 5 steps, okay? And probably in the future, if this start to work and we keep this concept, we want to change it, the tapas, okay? Because the tapas, in the end of the day, is the main, or practically is the main product that we can put in base of the table, okay?
I like the idea that there's a level of education taking place when it comes to pairing drinks with certain foods too, because we know that not every wine pairs well with any type of meal that you would be eating as well. So the selection of wines that you have on display, they will be pairing with particular types of tapas, right?
Exactly, that's the idea. Each tapa has each menu, each wine, okay? That's the main idea, because we don't serve it like a full glass of wine. We serve like a 2 or 3 ounce, because if you have 5 steps, you will get drunk in the end of the full experience.
From the first one,
you cannot have a full glass of wine.
Exactly. It's not a bad idea.
The main idea is that you get the first wine, and then you can remember the first wine when you get the fifth wine.
Okay, got you.
That's the main idea. Okay, because if you get a full glass of wine and you get 5 glasses of wine, probably you get drunk in the end of the day. You cannot remember the full experience, okay?
I want to bring the chef back in because he was also in the middle of explaining for us the sort of tapas we have on the table. You spoke about this very visually appealing fried jack dish, I call it that. And what we have here, I'm not familiar with this. At first glance, it looked like a piece of napkin, but then I could tell it's not that.
It looks like egg whites.
No, that is a rice chip.
Rice chips.
Whoa, I was way
That
off.
is the idea, right? If I tell you that is rice, you say, how rice?
Yeah,
But
I
we
believe
try
you.
to play with that, right? With the textures and the techniques.
Yeah.
And this is a shrimp skewers with sweet and garlic, sweet chili garlic sauce, exactly.
Okay.
And in that dish, you can, how I tell you, you can feel different textures, different techniques, flavors, because the sauce is a little sweet, sour, and spicy too. And the taste with the shrimps will be very nice. And of course, the texture of the dish are different too.
So then with the stage set for the tapas and the flavors, I have to ask you, Mr. Efren, based on what you know about this tapas, which wine bottles pairs well with this, in your view, and which bottle pairs well with that?
Here, in this case, we can go with the Pinot Noir with Mahamara, and then we can go with the Pinot Grillo with the shrimp, okay?
Why?
Because this is keep the balance. The seafood is matched a lot with the white wines. In this case, the Pinot Grillo is very easy wine to drink. It's more fruity. It's a more very easy to identify all the fruits in your mouth. Will be more fresh. Okay.
Okay.
The Pinot Noir is a wine that is for the people who start to drink wine. Okay. Because it's a wine that you can get very easy in your mouth. It's not a lot of tannins in your mouth. It's not a lot of acid. Okay, and the Mahamara is a drink that's like a kind, we can say puree, and then you can dip it, you can taste it, especially with the almonds, and also you have the calamara olives.
Yeah.
That's totally different that you can find it also. Yeah, and for that we match that wine with that. Okay.
Should we try?
Absolutely.
You all want us to
Absolutely.
try
Absolutely.
fried jack?
Yeah. Before you try it,
Yeah,
I
go
wanna
ahead.
just
No, go ahead.
finalize from my side. I want to make another comment about the wine and tapas will be now in the ceviche bar. The ceviche bar is a new concept that we have in the hotel. Okay, that will be in the courtyard. For that, I want to invite the people that come. They can get different types of ceviches, different type of cocktails, different type of micheladas. You will see a new cocktail. Maybe you can say, "Wow, how is possible you can match a stock beer with the soya sauce and the different types of drinks." And that will be for 7 days a week, 12 to 9 o'clock. And also Friday we will have 4 to 7, the happy hour, okay? Cocktails for just $9 or $10, and you can have a really good experience, okay?
That's very
okay, and we have a
affordable.
beautiful menu, a ceviche menu that French chef Luis did, with the local ingredients but international concept, okay?
All right. Well,
Well,
we're trying.
we're not done yet because we still have to
Yeah.
try it. Sab, you're gonna try with me?
Yeah,
or-
I'll try with you.
Yeah, because I know sometimes you're a bit iffy, right? Okay, we'll switch. Come right back in.
So again, it's every day. This next week it starts.
So it starts tomorrow.
Friday.
Tomorrow. So it's monthly. We had it in May, so we're now having it in June. So tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. we will be having the wine and tapas. But this goes along with other events that we are now having in the courtyard.
Okay.
Like Efren mentioned, we recently moved our ceviche bar into the courtyard, so people can try a variety of ceviche options in our courtyard as well daily.
Paul, what do you think?
Yeah, tell us.
Do you taste the spice? Thank you.
Is
It's
it
really
real
good.
spice?
Okay. So I'll go with the small little one here. Try to get a baby olive. Actually, no, let me get that.
I really like it. I like the fried jack. It's fluffy. It's light. It's airy. And then there's just a lot happening with the, what do you call the dip?
Mohat Mara. Mohat Mara.
Mohat Mar,
Yeah.
right? So there's a lot going on with the Mohat Mar and the olive in there. I think this is raisin.
No, that is
Prunes?
Blueberries.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
All right, so that really adds a beautiful flavor to it.
Yeah, I got
love the
blueberries in
olive.
mine too.
And I
Oh my
love
God,
the
this is
olive.
so good.
It's so good,
It's
right?
like so many different flavors.
The flavors are different how we usually try here in Belize.
Right.
But how I say, we try to introduce a little bit of our food or our techniques, our ingredients. Sorry.
Right, with the local,
With local.
products.
What I like about this is that I wouldn't necessarily eat fried jacks in the evening time.
Yeah.
Right. You know, this is like kind of like a breakfast meal or side that we would go with. Right. So it's interesting to see how you pair it with a dip, how it kind of changes the association of fried jack.
And also with wine as well.
And I was just going
too.
to say, I could also see it going well with the wine.
Absolutely.
Just because of the burst of flavors, and the wine would just add a really nice component to that very dip.
Right.
So you want to try the shrimp as well,
Yeah.
Sam? Because
Absolutely.
I think they have a gun to our head right now telling us, you better eat it and you better like it, but it's really good.
We just want to hear your
Wait, let's
experience.
stop for a moment and appreciate the olive in that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
See?
Wow. The olive is the best part
To
of
me,
it.
the herb as well.
Mhm.
It's
Very
an
nice.
there's an aftertaste that I get from the herb.
Love
Burst
it.
of different
Yeah.
explosions
It's an
and flavors
experience for
in your mouth.
everyone. Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's
All right.
go.
So how do we eat this one here now?
This one,
How do you eat that?
I'll let the chef go ahead.
The sauce, we make like a mix of the ingredients and all of them together, right? And we use local peppers and local ingredients, of course, and then reduce all of them, right? And the shrimps are marinated with soy sauce and sesame oil. That's why I have like a little Asian flavors too.
Is it grilled?
Yeah, that's in the grill.
Because you could see like
Exactly.
the char.
That doesn't the grill.
But how do you go
Grill.
about eating the rice part of it there? Do you dip that?
That technique is, well, you need to take a little bit long time to do it, right? Because sometimes you need to cook the rice first and then blend, pure it, and then dehydrate it in warmer and then deep fryer.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that's a lot.
It is.
And
Alright.
it looks so beautiful and interesting. But
Yeah.
how
Try it.
do you break off a piece of it
Yeah,
and dip
they-
it in?
Yeah, the idea is that you try, of course, all the ingredients together, right?
Together.
Like the
Okay.
salt,
Okay,
the
Paul.
string, and
Go for it.
I want to use
the chip.
The wine? Okay, so you're gonna open the wine as well. Yeah, you go ahead and open it while we work on this. So we're gonna break the chip.
Yeah,
Para
go.
the plato.
Go for it.
Oh, it's not as
Okay, I thought it was
crispy as
hard.
I thought it would be, but to think that this comes from rice, the
I know.
technique. Can I just try it by itself?
How is it?
Tastes like a rice chip.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the dishes that we have in the menu too is a short rib with chocolate Maya sauce too.
It like melts in your mouth.
Try it with that little sauce there.
Okay.
You can tell us about the other dishes we have as well.
Okay, so I just dipped it.
So yeah, so these are two of the dishes
really
that are feature in your tapas nights. What other dishes can we look forward to?
Also, we have this, how I mentioned, the short rib, black Angus
Whoa.
with mashed potato, truffle oil, and Maya chocolate sauce. In this dish also we are using like local ingredients. Our Maya chocolate, which is very good, very tasty, very nice to create food, right?
And this goes right back to the way that you guys have been able to incorporate things uniquely associated with being Belizean. We got our fried jacks, we got our Mayan chocolate. And so that I think really allows people to connect with the recipes, even if they have some type of an international twist involved.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, Paul. So we got our wine.
Yeah. What wine is
So
this?
this would be the amount that you would typically get, right?
Typically, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This is the Pinot Grillo.
And this is what you would
sodium
pair with this.
and pair with that, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's
Go for
hear
it.
it. Oh, that's
It's
yummy.
my type of vibes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's refreshing too.
So it's dry, right? It's really good.
Absolutely wine, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So this pairs well with seafood.
That go with seafood. You can match that with the ceviches.
Okay.
Any ceviche will be good with the Pinot Grillo, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the ceviches, yes.
All right, so Paul asked a little bit earlier some of the other items that you'd be able to get, some of the other tapas that you'd be able to get.
Yeah, that's why you was.
They're coming along.
Yeah, well, in any case that you don't want to have the, for example, you want to get the experience but you want to add it a little more, you can ask just for the tapa.
Okay.
Okay, and in that night, but also chef have a concept for tapas for the restaurant that also you guys can come and have the full experience for the tapas. We have like 9 tapas in the menu that's different than these tapas, okay?
Okay.
We have, for example, octopus, we have the tuna tataki, the beef tartare, okay? We have the pappardelle with lamb rack that's gonna be a pasta, which is amazing. And you can mash all that flavor with any recommendation of the service and bartender can do it for the guests, okay?
What do you
So you
want?
get a total of 5.
Five. With this concept is for 5, okay?
And if you have any food allergies, how do we go about
We
that?
can normally, in the experience that we have in the restaurant, normally always we ask to the guests that letting us if they have any food allergy or any food restrictions, okay?
You
in
did
any
ask,
case.
Shauna.
And then, yeah, we can decide if we need to change the tapa, or in any case, we can see with the chef if we can take out any ingredient, okay?
Yeah.
But the main idea is the guests have the full experience because each tapa is matched with each wine, okay?
Okay.
What's the experience or the mindset? What do you want people to leave within their minds after these experiences?
Yeah, we trying to get in the future people that can recognize in any restaurant in Belize City and here in the country the wines, and they can choose between Cabernet Sauvignon, Malbec, Pinot Noir, Merlot when they visit any restaurant.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we cannot recognize that we go to any restaurant and we don't know what we can ask with the food.
Yeah.
And that is very important that create that atmosphere and experience in Belize.
That
City for
awareness,
me, okay?
too.
What's the cost of tapas night?
So the cost for tapas night is $75. So it's $75 for the
US?
5 Belize for the 5 glasses of wine along with the 5 tapas. Like I
wow.
mentioned, we will also have live music from saxophonist Chris Bradshaw, and also we will have a sommelier present that will be taking people through that experience as they consume the wine.
That's very
That's not bad at all. I
Yeah.
was just thinking, I had to ask if it's US.
Yes, and another thing is very important to add to China. We have a limited space for 30 covers.
Yeah.
That is very important. We want to do
30?
Yeah, because the idea is that we don't want to have a crowded space.
Yeah.
We want you guys come, relax, get the experience, and you have a lot of fun that day.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes.
All right.
Excellent.
Well, this has been really, really fun. Are we still waiting for some of the other items to come out?
No, this is
Okay,
excellent.
all right. Well, awesome. As we mentioned, Tapas Night 1 begins tomorrow.
It begins tomorrow, correct, but it's also a part of a series of courtyard events that we are having. In addition to the wine and tapas, we also have our Mexican chill night, which is tacos and margaritas every Thursday night as
fun.
well, from 6 to 9. And we've also relocated our ceviche bar to our courtyard as well, that is open every day.
All
All
right.
right, so that's a lot of information, and I just hope all of that sinks in because clearly there's a lot happening
Yeah.
over here. But definitely we want to invite people out to Tapas Night. Tomorrow night is only $75. 5 tapas, 5 glasses of wine. You could leave here happy, smiling, your stomach satisfied, and enjoy your Friday night after that, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we take our final break now, and when we come back, we wrap things up.